Tottenham have won their first pre-season friendly. Spurs 3, Ipswich Town 0, a goal from Ryan Sessegnon and a brace from Heung-Min Son. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today, Tottenham Hotspur take on League One side Ipswich Town in a pre-season friendly at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The first friendly of 4 before Tottenham play Premier League football for next season. Just before I get right into this video, I would just like to say a huge thank you to Direct Soccer in Scotland. They will be a new sponsor on this channel for the 2020-2021 season. They offer a wide range of discount teamwear and equipment online, including customized shirts and trophies. So thanks very much to them because they have sent me a number of shirts that I will be wearing in today's video. So Spurs take on Ipswich Town this afternoon, the first of 4 friendlies before the Premier League season starts. We will of course play Ipswich this afternoon, and then we have got Reading, Birmingham, and then Watford away, the final friendly, which is just a week before the Premier League season starts. What do we know about our opponents, Ipswich Town, today? Well, they play at Portman Road. They last won the top flight in 1962, which was a year after we last won it. They were runners-up in the top flight in 1981 and 1982. They are now in the 3rd league of football in English football. They play in League One. Last season they finished 11th in League One. They played 36, won 14, drew 10, lost 12, scored 52, conceded 46. They lost their last 4 of their last 5 League One matches. They are managed by Paul Lambert, who took over in October 2018. The 2 players I'm particularly looking forward to seeing today, and that is 2 new signings, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Joe Hart. I think both of them will get some minutes today. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in particular, I think is a great signing because we leaked so many goals last season, so many mistakes, and I think that we just need a really, really solid player in there to protect the defence. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has got some great Premier League experience, a former captain with Southampton as well, and a real leader on the pitch. Talking of leaders, Joe Hart, former goalkeeper for Manchester City, of course won the Premier League with them as well. 75 caps for England, a great signing. Even if he doesn't play, a great person to have in the changing room and a great person to have around the club and a real leader again. So 2 leaders so far. I'm looking forward to Jose Mourinho making some more signings because, let's face it, we really do need them right now, especially in the defensive area. Of course, we know Harry Kane isn't playing today, but I do expect a number of the first team players to be playing in today's game. And then, of course, a number of under-23s or even a number of under-18s, a number of youth players coming through as well. It's always nice to see them, to see what the talent is just round the corner coming through the ranks. It will be an interesting game. Of course, it is a pre-season friendly. The results never matter. It's all about Jose Mourinho seeing what players are capable of, experimenting, different tactics and so on. And it's all about fitness as well, going into the new campaign. Anyway, now I'm going to speak to a few Spurs fans, and I'm also going to get an opposition preview as well from an Ipswich Town fan. So I've now got Spurs fan Dave with me. Dave, can you believe the 2020-2021 season is almost here? The first pre-season game today against Ipswich Town at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What are you expecting from today?
Well, I'm hoping, well, there'll obviously be no Harry, but we'll hopefully see some signs of some attacking play for a change. That would be nice, because we know we can do defence, or we have been doing defence for the last few matches in the league season. But I mean, we're playing Championship opposition, so I hope he's going to go out and try and win this 5 or 6-0, because that's the message he needs to send to the fans. There's no point in going, and trying to, play possession football for, and get 1 or 2-0. I think we need to send a statement out, really, for the fans.
Dave, in the last couple of years, we've played a lot of European opposition in pre-season games, obviously because of COVID-19. We're playing the likes of Ipswich, Reading, Birmingham, and now Watford.
Yeah.
What do you make of the opposition? Is it good enough opposition for Tottenham to go into the new Premier League season?
Well, it depends on the. It's not going to be the same team, obviously, for every game. And this is a squad. This is a rotation. He's looking at players in different situations. I think that's really what he's doing. The opposition isn't going to be testing us to the level we want to be tested at, I know, but that means he's going to be shuffling his pack quite a bit, and we don't know if how many substitutes he's going to be allowed. But I would think he's going to have a look at everybody he's got on his books in this, in these 4 friendlies he's got, and make up his mind. He's very tactical, Mourinho, so he's probably going to get to the players. He's going to ask the players to play in a certain way in these different games, and it's like a tactical. I reckon he's going to use this as a tactical battle. Really, he's not worried about the opposition, or he might even be too worried about what the score is. He knows there's no fans there to get on his back, so he'll just use this as a training exercise. Really, I don't. Yes, they're friendlies, but arguably, yes, we might win a lot and then lose the first game against Everton, but that won't mean anything to us. But we'd happy to lose this lot and beat Everton. So I think he'll be using these games to look at tactical situations, get his message across to the players, and it'll be interesting to see actually who he leaves out, because I reckon he'll be obviously sticking with these usual players, his favourite players. We know who they are, and he'll be just bringing in certain players in from the fringes. And then if Wanfourth and Aurier are left out completely, and Lamella's nowhere to be seen, we know that they're in the out trade, don't we? So, we can work out bits and pieces from what the positions, what team he lays out. But it will be interesting, but don't get carried away. This won't be an ordinary friendly, and because there won't be anybody there, and it'll just be a training. These will be training games, as far as I'm concerned.
Dave, 2 new signings, Joe Hart and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. What have you made of those 2, and are you looking forward to seeing them today? I
reckon they might get a run out. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Højbjerg will obviously play because he's fresh, he's new, he'll want to impress. So I think we'll see him on the team sheet. It would be interesting to see what back 4 he's got. Like I said, I don't know, Aurier, he's not part of his plans or what, if someone picks him up. But yeah, I think Højbjerg will play. Hart might get on because he might substitute him at half time or something, but yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be good to see Hart in a Spurs shirt, because he's obviously got a point to prove. He's been everyone's saying he's not what he used to be, and he's demonstrated that. So this is a fresh start for him, and let's hope he makes the most of it.
Dave, thank you very much. Enjoy the game. Come on, you Spurs.
Go on, you Spurs.
I've now got Spurs fan Dean with me. Dean, Ipswich Town friendly today. What are you expecting from today, and are you looking forward to the new season?
Yeah, I am. After the last 9 games, I'm expecting a lot more than I was before the lockdown, that's for sure. Again, the boys, they want to prove a point. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I don't know how the subs are going to work. Is it still going to be the 5 subs, or will we be back to the 3 subs again?
What, for the Premier League or today?
Today.
Today, I think, as it's a pre-season friendly, I think you can make as many as you like.
Yeah, as many as you like. Okay. Yeah, because again, I do think we'll do okay. I think we'll get the win. I'm hoping he's going to sort of bring a lot of the boys through as well. But again, we need to see where we're at. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. As for the season coming, tough again because we've only brought in 2, and only one of them we expect to play really. So I'm still worried about the right back position, and somebody else to partner Harry, either like beside him or as a backup.
This summer, Dean, all of us Tottenham fans are I know we all expect signings, but this summer in particular, we need a number of new players to come in, don't we? And is it worrying the fact that the season is only 3 weeks away today? You know, the Premier League season starting. Is it worrying that we've not got more than these 2 players in so far?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you look at the media all the time. We are linked with everybody. But a lot of players we are linked with aren't what we call sort of marquee signings. They're just not. I don't think they're any better than what we've already got. And that's the worrying thing. And I think we're linked with them pure and simply because of the way our wage structure, the way we sort of pay the players. So yeah, in that respect, it is a worry.
Can Tottenham finish top 4 next season with the squad that we've currently got?
You look at what other teams are doing. I still think we might struggle. I think that we were talking the other night, and I reckon probably 5. But if we get in the top 5 and win a trophy, I think us as Spurs fans will be okay with that. Again, doing the Europa League. But again, if we do win the Europa League and top 5, even better. We still go forward. So happy days.
I love it how you mentioned that word trophy, Dean.
Yeah, we've got to, haven't we? I mean, like I say, we've got the man who's supposed to be the trophy king. He's not been at any team and not won something. So
it's so overdue, isn't it, at Tottenham? You know, 2008 since we've last won our last trophy is a crazy stat.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have played some good football. We've had some good players. But yeah, whenever we do anything or we sign anybody or we achieve something, we're constantly bombarded with, yeah, but show us your trophy cabinet. Here's a duster, give it a clean because obviously it's empty. So it's that sort of thing that we want to get out of our game. And I think that's why he's brought in like Højbjerg and why he's brought in Joe Hart. I don't think Joe will get many games, but he's a bloody good backup. And I think it's almost like a restart for the guy. So in that respect, and he's vocal. He's very, very vocal. So I think he'll help our back line. We've got Ledley in there as well. So yeah, it's going to be a telling season because it's going to be Jose's first season through. So yeah, let's see what it brings, mate. That's us, those Spurs. It's the hope that kills you.
Dean, enjoy the game this afternoon. Thank you very much. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
I've now got Spurs fan Ian with me. Ian, this afternoon, Tottenham Hotspur take on Ipswich Town in our first pre-season friendly before the 2020-2021 season. How are you feeling?
If I knew what team was likely to be playing, I'd probably feel a little bit happier. I have a feeling it's our under-14 team, isn't it?
I think it's going to be a mixture of first team, under 23s, under 18s. It would be a good experience for a lot of the youngsters as well.
Yeah, well, they actually need to do that. But I presume all the ones that are out on loan can't play, can they?
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I see that some of the ones, who was it, where Delhi and what have you went on holiday, somebody's contracted COVID out there with them. So they're going to be quarantined as well, aren't they? Doesn't that involve the Chelsea as well?
Watch this space. Space. But of course, we know that Harry Kane went to the Bahamas and he's not playing in today's game.
That's right.
How do you think that affects Jose Mourinho's pre-season plans? Does it matter that Harry Kane misses these types of matches or not?
Nah, not at all. He wouldn't have played much anyway, would he? And actually, all he actually needs to do is actually get back up into speed. I would imagine he's fully fit because they've actually not had much of a break, have they? And unusually, he's not recovering from injury, which is a bonus, isn't it? So, No, I think he just needed the holiday. He needed to get away for a little bit and start again. I don't think it will impact people like you got Bergvin and what have you that are going to be playing.
Ian,
Hopefully.
we're 3 weeks away from the Premier League start. 2 players in so far. Are you expecting more signings? What do Tottenham need to go into the new season with?
They're not far off. I don't think they're very far off, but I don't know. You keep on seeing all this blooming Bale stuff going on again, don't you? Which I think Daniel Levy does this every year just to actually encourage sort of like season ticket sales, which is not helping him much this year. But no, we're not far off of it. I mean, obviously, Serge Aurier is going, right? That looks very nailed on. It's obviously him that he wants to go. And I think it would probably be better for getting rid of him, really, if he's like that. But yeah, I mean, there's an awful lot of players available at the moment, isn't there? There's an awful lot of Real Madrid and Barcelona players.
Ian, with all the rumours about Gareth Bale coming back, there is a rumour flying around that the episode 9 of the Amazon documentary, that the last clip of episode 9 will be Gareth Bale walking straight into the Tottenham changing room, and that would be the announcement of him coming back. What do you think about that?
Right, okay. Well, you could actually see that. I mean, in all honesty, Real Madrid need to shift him, right? And it's not going to do him any good. At least he's going to feel valued over in Tottenham, whereas he won't feel valued anywhere else. Nobody else would want him. They couldn't afford him, could they? Whereas Levy, actually, I'd like him looking after my tuck money. He's a clever little lad, isn't he?
I think we've got more chance of you walking through that door than Gareth Bale coming in.
Yeah, right. I tend to go along with that one, really. And in all honesty, you've actually got Ryan Sessegnon. I actually look at him and I think he's the future. It worries me a little bit when they're talking about him going out to Celtic because of the fact that I had high hopes for him for this year.
There's lots of interest all around Europe for Ryan Sessegnon.
Yeah. Well, and also he's got a younger brother actually who was meant to be even better, isn't he? Yeah. So I'd want to keep him.
Talking of brothers, who are we going to see next season? We're going to see Dele Alli, or are we going to see Dele Alli's brother?
We're going to see Dele Alli. He's going to be the main man, isn't he? Well, you actually need to have I think we ought to buy Cantwell in so that we can actually push him a little bit harder. But no, I think Dele will be all right this year. The difference in the atmosphere, I think it's a really shrewd move with Joe Hart. I think that will make a lot of difference in the changing room. That's a canny bit of business.
Absolutely.
As long as they don't put him out on a match day.
Ian, all joking aside, how are you actually feeling going ahead, into next season? Are you feeling confident that Spurs can actually win a trophy? Because, it has been so long now, hasn't it?
Yeah, very much so. You can't say that you deserve to, because every club that goes into the competition deserves to. Otherwise, there's no point in going in there. I think we're going to win something. Maybe even Europa. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we actually didn't. Jose would actually. He's a clever bloke who, he's used to winning things on that level, isn't he? Yeah. Whereas if you actually look at, we've got certain areas in October where we've got like 6 matches in 16 days or something like that. Well, they're going to have to play the under bloody 15 team. Sorry, excuse my language. They're going to have to play the under 15 team in some of those fixtures, aren't they? So that will put us out of one competition, I would imagine.
Yeah, and I'm already booked in to go to Poland for the Europa League. Yeah, I'm already booked in. I'm that confident.
I think we will actually be all right on that. The only thing is, because it's actually isn't it? Am I right in thinking it's actually in clusters of games rather than spread out so much during the season?
No, they are all spread out, but Tottenham have just got games coming thick and fast, because when you look at how we're actually going to start the season, I think it's something like 9 games in 23 days.
Yes, that's right.
Games are coming thick and fast. But, of course, we've got to get to the Europa League group stage first, and it's 3 games, even before to get to the group stage. So there's games coming thick and fast.
But that's all in October, isn't it?
September and October,
October, yeah. So you will actually know by then. you'll know whether to actually hope for another COVID outbreak, so that Poland will shut the borders and you can't actually go out there. You can get your money back then, mate. But it would be. I think they'll do all right. I'm really hopeful we'll get a game. We'll get a trophy. I really do. Yeah, and the fans will love it. And also, if you actually want to get rid of Jose Mourinho, you really need to win Summit so that he can go and we can actually get somebody else in that we want. Right. Jose, he's a means to an end, isn't he? He's going to actually, he'll win us the trophies. Yeah.
Do you know what? I never know when you're joking or when you're not.
No, I like that young German lad, the one that actually is he a manager at Dortmund, isn't he?
What, you're talking about a new manager already?
Yeah, not half. Oh, yeah, you can plan for 2 years' time, mate. You know, we'll be all right with that. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Jose will actually serve the purpose of winning his trophies. That's what his remit is, isn't it?
I hope the trophies are coming very, very soon. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. No, I'm very optimistic. Very optimistic indeed. You know, and we're going to have a smashing team, and I can see we'll certainly do top 3 this year. Top 3. Yep.
There's the confidence.
Man United can't even hold on to a blend team captain, can they? He's got a manager. He's got a team captain that's got a head of a dangerous weapon, right? So we'll be top 3. We'll be fine.
Love the confidence, Ian. Well, enjoy the game this afternoon, and come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, come on, you Spurs. Take care. Safe journey to everyone. Back to the pub. Take care. Cheers, mate. Bye.
So I've now got Carl Fuller with me, columnist for the East Anglian Daily Times and the Ipswich Star, and feature writer for the Kings of Anglia. Carl, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Now, Tottenham take on Ipswich Town in Tottenham's first pre-season friendly before the 2020-2021 season. How do you see this game going, and what can we expect from Ipswich Town today?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm glad that Harry Kane's not playing because I think on his own he might destroy us. I speak on behalf of all Ipswich fans to say that I'm gutted that we can't be there today. Obviously, we'd love to come to your new stadium. I'm sure we would have brought 2,000 or 3,000 or however many tickets we would have been allowed. It's a job to say, really, what to expect. Obviously, pre-season, we returned to pre-season football on Tuesday night with 2 75-minute games against Colchester United. We won the first game 4-0, the second game 1-0. Looks like we're experimenting with a 4-3-3 lineup. What we need to do, and very quickly, is get into a settled formation and style of play, because I think last season that tripped us up in the end. Paul Lambert was he was rotating too much, changing the lineup, changing the system, and it just caught us out in the end. We went into start of February top of the league and obviously fell away to finish 11th in the table in the end.
Carl, what's happened to Ipswich though? Because I'm not joking here either. Now, when I think of Ipswich Town, I always think back to the first ever Premier League season, 92-93. Ipswich were a very good side, very solid. I remember that Jason Cundy goal from the halfway line at Portman Road. That always sticks in the memory. But ever since Ipswich have gone from the Premier League, do you ever see Ipswich coming back into the big time?
I'll be honest, Chris, not in my lifetime. I'm only 48, so I hope to have another 30 or 40 years. But the way football is now, I just don't see Ipswich ever getting back to the Premier League unless somehow, I think what it needs is a change in owner. Some people say Marcus Evans keeps the club afloat. He's kept us going, obviously, through this coronavirus pandemic when other clubs are struggling. So, yes, he does do that, but he then limits what he does. It needs somebody to come in, I think, who cares about the club, somebody who's ambitious, somebody who wants to try and take us forward with a plan. It's been 18 years since we were last in the Premier League. We had some
been that long.
Games. Yeah, some great games against Tottenham. In fact, I have to say, I think we doubled you the year we went down. That's how good it was for us. The last few years have been terrible, really. I mean, people say be careful what you wish for. When us fans, or the majority of us fans, wanted Mick McCarthy to leave, the football was dire, crowds were down to around 13,000, didn't enjoy going to games, and you just thought, what's it coming to? Paul Lambert came in, obviously ex-Norwich manager, raised a few eyebrows, and obviously he's lost a lot of fans now with what happened last season. But we were getting back up to crowds of 20,000 plus last season in League One. We have a supporters group called Blue Action who are brilliant in generating atmosphere and getting people together. So, yeah, it was more enjoyable for obviously the first half of last season, but then just things fell away again in typical Ipswich Town fashion.
Oh, what have you made of Tottenham over the last few years? Because, of course, we got rid of Mauricio Pochettino and brought in Jose Mourinho, of course, a serial winner. Tottenham have lacked trophies for a number of years now. Haven't won our last. Well, the last trophy we won was back in 2008, the League Cup. Far too long for a club like Spurs. But what have you made of them, and what do you think that Tottenham need to take us forward?
Well, I think, again, coming back to money in the game, Tottenham are a massive, massive club. But unfortunately, you're not ever going to be as massive as the likes of Man City. So how you go forward? I mean, last year you reached the Champions League final, which was phenomenal, really. I mean, I'm a big Barcelona fan, and the fact that you got there and Barcelona didn't just shows what an achievement that was. And you just thought, for both Tottenham and Liverpool, that could just be the springboard to maybe move on. And obviously for Liverpool it was. They went on to win the league, but Tottenham obviously fell back again. Interestingly, in my last employment, my boss was an Arsenal fan and one of my colleagues was a Tottenham fan. So I often sat in the middle of like some of their online arguments, and it was quite funny to watch, really. I've always felt Tottenham are the nearly men. You know, you should be, as you say, winning more trophies. Massive club. I was a great admirer back in my early days of football with Glenn Hoddle in the middle. So and Ricky Villa and Ozzy Ardiles in the day when there was very few foreign players in the game. I think you had those two. We had Murin and Tyson. Yeah. You know, so I was always fascinated to watch how Tottenham would progress through the years. But you get to a level, and it just seems that something missing just to go the next step. Is it money? I don't know what it is really, but yeah, they should be doing a bit more than what they've done in recent years. Yeah, very true. Cole, thank you very much for talking to me today, and enjoy the game this afternoon. Thank you very much, and let's hope it's not too heavy a defeat for us. I'll settle. I mean, yeah, it's pre-season friendly. I'll settle for a 1 or 2-0 defeat. And watch out for Kane Vincent-Young on his way back for Ipswich, former Tottenham youngster. He's going to be our star player this season. Thank you very much. Cheers, Chris. Just 5 minutes gone. Tottenham are already 1-0 up. A great goal by Ryan Sessegnon. A lovely pass in by Dele Alli. Ryan Sessegnon brought it down with his left foot and then finished with his right. Lovely finish. 1-0. It's 2-0, just 10 minutes gone. Heung-Min puts Tottenham 2-0 up. Very poor goalkeeping by David Cornell for Ipswich Town. Literally gifted Tottenham the goal, but good work by Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Of course, the first appearance in a Tottenham shirt. And Heung-Min slots home. 2-0. Good start by Spurs. 29 minutes gone. It is now 3-0. A lovely through ball by defender Wan Foyth. Plays in Heung-Min who finishes wonderfully as normal. Heung-Min that man, he does it again. Another great finish at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This is looking very easy for Tottenham right now. 3-0 up. It's half-time. It's Tottenham 3, Ipswich 0. An excellent first half for Tottenham. We look very, very comfortable in that first 45 minutes. Ryan Sessegnon, of course, got Tottenham's first goal after a wonderful ball into him from midfielder Dele Alli. Sessegnon took it down with his left foot, hit it with his right foot, and a wonderful finish. And that is exactly what we want to see more of, particularly in the season going forward. Dele Alli and Ryan Sessegnon, brilliant link-up play between those two. Lucas Moura has been running constantly, hustling, trying to win the ball back, attacking, usual stuff from Lucas Moura. Wonderful to see again.
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, of course, it's the first time that we're seeing him in a Tottenham shirt. He got an assist today for Heung-Min Son's first goal and Tottenham's second goal. A good, solid debut from him so far. I know it's only a friendly, but you've still got to play well and still got to show the fans what you're all about, and that he's doing exactly that. Plenty of talking from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg as well. Just before half-time, I noticed that he was talking and instructing Ben Davies, you know, acting like a leader on the pitch, you know, from the off, and that is exactly what we want to see from people like him. And he went up and nearly headed in from the corner as well. Jedson Fernandez playing at right back today. I thought he's done very well as well today. And Juan Foyth, I've got to mention him because you know, he comes under a lot of criticism, you know, particularly from people like me as well, Juan Foyth, but a wonderful assist for Sonny's second goal and Tottenham's third, and what a finish by Heung-Min Son for Tottenham's third goal. Heung-Min Son delivers every single time, and today is no exception because that was a wonderful finish for that third goal. So a good 45 minutes from Tottenham. You know, let's hope that we see much of the same in the second half. I'm sure that Jose Mourinho will make a lot of changes for the second half, but I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far. For the second half, Ipswich Town have changed their entire 11, so we are now playing against a different team. Cameron Carter-Vickers has come on for Tottenham. Dennis Sirkin has come on for Tottenham. Jack Clark is the first time we've ever seen him in a Tottenham shirt. He's coming on for the second half, as is Joe Hart, the new goalkeeper. 70 minutes gone, Alfie Devine and Dane Scarlett have both come on for Tottenham, both just 16 years old. The game has just finished. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Ipswich Town 0. So many positives for Tottenham today. Lots of youngsters on in the second half. Some great finishing by Heung-Min Son in the first half. Lots of game time for most of the squad involved today. So really pleasing to see that. I'm sure Jose Mourinho will be extremely happy with what he's seen today. Now, please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you make of the match? What did you make of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg? So many positives, as I say, but please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you later tonight for a Tottenham news video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Come on, you Spurs.